Welcome back. Well, it is winter time, and that means lots of snow, we think, if it's anything like last winter, heading our way, and lots of people will be out shoveling, and that can sometimes cause some dangers, not only just general injuries because you're not used to doing that kind of movement, but it also could cause some heart attacks, and especially if you're doing extraneous movement that you're not used to. So we've got Jack Spurgeon on to tell us a little bit about that, how to prevent that, the signs, what to be aware of, what to do if you think something does happen. We have lots of information to tell you. So give us some first tips and pointers for when it snows and when people are thinking about going out and shoveling their sidewalks and driveways.
Well, wintertime brings on its own hazards beside itself, even with the snow, because your vessels are a lot more tighter, which makes the heart have to work a little harder anyway, just because of the cold weather. And then generally people are not, especially if you've had prior heart attacks or if you've got high blood pressure, high cholesterol, just heart disease in general, you should probably consult your physician before you do that. But the real problem stems from the fact that, maybe the times we're doing it, or we're just trying to get it done in a hurry, and we don't take breaks and so forth of that nature. So we create those problems within ourselves. So because the cold weather's already there, the biggest issue that most people find out it snows in the morning, they get up, they're going to work, so they think they've got to get some snow moved before they go to work, and that's the worst time you could be shoveling snow. Because at that point, when you first wake up in the mornings, your blood is a lot more stickier, your hormone levels are a lot different, so that makes you more susceptible to have a heart attack. And so basically the cardiologists recommend that everybody, potentially in the morning, take a few minutes to acclimate yourself to morning, so when your alarm clock goes off, you kind of lay there for 10 or 15 minutes to get your body adjusted and then get to moving. But when you do that, then you go out and you find out it's snowing, then you go out there and you start shoveling heavy loads of snow, the cold weather, then you've taxed your system, and then you're going to create the heart attack problem. The other thing is they make these snow shovels that's got these big wide bodies, and you've got big heavy loads of snow, so they recommend that you use a smaller shovel and then take frequent breaks for 15 minutes at a time.
Oh wow, okay.
And drink a lot of fluids when you're doing this, because that way you don't stand a chance to get dehydrated as well.
And I have an 8, 10, and 12-year-old who'd probably always be happy to help you for like $1.
Yeah, so,
maybe recruit some younger people and some, other people to help as well. I think it could be could be a family thing.
Yeah, and they do highly recommend people by 55 years and over. Maybe a little bit of snow on your driveway or sidewalk's not a bad thing. The other thing that you can, you always be hesitant about, especially when you get a little age on you, is once you start shoveling that snow and you were able to successfully remove it and not have a heart attack, then as the snow thaws out, the moisture's there, then it ices over, and then you go out and slip, and then you got other issues. So
you
want to be cautious about that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting anyway, just to see what this winter is all about. I was walking around a sporting goods store last night and seeing all these sleds and snow tubes. They look like just like the water tubes that you'd pull, and the shovels. I mean, you see it all, but then you wonder, gosh, last year we had such a bad year. You sort of wonder what this year really entails. But these are still good things to keep in mind for the first snow, and if we end up having a repeat winter, well then we need to be careful.
When you're talking about seeing all those snowboards and all that kind of stuff, they also, just that recreation type activity, you're downhill and cross-country skiing, snowboarding and stuff like that, can tax your system as well and create those heart attack systems as well. The other recommendation is construction workers and people who work outside in extreme cold weather, they should be really cautious as well, because breathing in the cold air, it constricts the blood vessels, and that cold air and stuff could lead to some heart issues as well. So you probably need to, when you're outside for long periods of time, even if you're not doing anything, make sure you got a scarf over your mouth so that you don't breathe in that cold air and stuff.
Alrighty. All very, very good tips. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for joining us today on Inside Bristol. We'll see you next time.